here not like chocolate? I've met one person in all my years who hasn't liked chocolate. To make a pouring ganache, in other words, I'm going to blaze a cake that I brought with me. I use 1 cup and 4 tablespoons, 1 1/4 cups, typically of a non-dairy milk. I found that coconut milk beverage, this is different from canned coconut milk. This is like almond milk, soy milk, and so on, works really well. So if you're cooking for people, making desserts for people, and you're worried about nut allergies or soy allergies, then I recommend you use coconut milk beverage, not canned coconut milk. A pinch of salt and all these little cups. I have glass ones at home. You want to do what's called a mise en place, get everything together before you get started. It's really annoying not to have what you think you have, and it can be downright, oops, the batter is mixed, I didn't have any baking powder. And a little bit of sugar. Also cane sugar, whole cane sugar, evaporated cane juice, dehydrated cane juice, one and the same thing. It has all of the molasses intact, so it's going to taste like molasses. So you use it appropriately. And this granulated sweetener is coconut palm sugar, which has a lovely, not quite molasses, but butterscotchy taste. Needs to be ground too. The sugar is optional, so if you're looking to lower sugar, high percentage chocolate's a good way to go. Really it is, because it has very little sugar in it. So I have in this bowl, here's the second part of the formula, is 8 ounces of finely chopped. You can see that it's very finely chopped, right? This is 72% chocolate. The higher the percentage of the chocolate, the less sugar is in the chocolate, the more chocolate taste you get. And so it's just a win-win. I'm going to heat the milk all the way to a boil. Some recipe writers tell you with non-dairy milk, don't bring it up to a boil, but I think you get a better result that way. And then I'm going to wait until it stops steaming. The intention is to get the milk hot enough so that the chocolate melts, but if it's too hot, you start stirring, and you'll see me do that, and it looks gorgeous, and then all of a sudden, it starts sliding around like this. What we're looking for is a really silken result. Steam and chocolate don't get along. They are not friends. So if I were to just trickle this in, the chocolate would seize. That is, it would get hard and crumbly and crunchy, and chances are you can't really fix it. So it's time and it's a lot of money. We're using fair trade chocolate. You pour this all at once. That's critical. So that you like the taste of the chocolate, that the chocolate is finely chopped, that you're using the percentage called for in the recipe, and that you get the milk or I say milk, I get tired of saying plant milk because I know it's plant milk. You get the liquid hot enough to melt the chocolate, and you pour it all at once. All right, just all at once. Put it aside and put your timer on for 4 minutes. I don't always have patience. Doing this kind of work has been great for me because it has, I have to be really focused. So I'm not much of a sitter, and I do believe in meditation. And for me, this is my meditation practice. Whisk or whisk. Now, when I was at New York Restaurant School, it was called, which wasn't a vegan school. It was about 40 years ago. I was told to whisk from the center out. I don't know if that's true or not. And not whisk too vigorously. Some recipes are going to tell you to whisk vigorously. And I imagine that's so you don't get a lot of bubbles. But look, can you see? That's just really yummy and gorgeous. I used 300 pounds of chocolate while I was writing that book. Can you believe it? I have a white floor, if you can imagine. So, the things you do for your passion. But I just felt like vegans need a really beautiful dessert book and the real truth. I tell the real truth. The differences in the kinds kinds of sweeteners and so on. And this is what I teach at Vegan Baking Boot Camp.
Fran is the author of Vegan Chocolate.
If I kept whisking and whisking and whisking and whisking, probably this would get rainy. Now it's very hot here, so things are gonna melt a little faster. So you can take your cupcake, no one's gonna taste this one, I don't have food handling gloves on, and dip it. If you're dipping a lot, and we dipped 125 cupcakes for you today, you don't dip in and out of what I call the mother bowl. This is a mother bowl of ganache. So it's not just a matter of you might get crumbs in here, it's also a matter of the temperature is going to change and it's going to change this. But I just want to show you how cool this is. So you've got something that's really pretty, it's done. I made this cake and all these omnivores are saying, oh my God, that's a chocolate cake to live for. So that's the name of this cake, the chocolate cake to live for. This is the gluten-free version. The cautions are to have the milk at the right temperature, let it rest for a little bit. So this is a little bit thicker than it usually is. I'm gonna let it go over the side. Another thing is, I'm very big on single layer cakes, which are also called torts. And you can fool the eye by putting some cake crumbs over the top and lots of fruits and things to Picasso it. And I have gold luster dust at home, which you can find in a cake supply store or online. And then once this chocolate sets up, you hit it with a little bit of gold luster dust, and it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. So here is, I think that's the better side. Chocolate cake, I'll let it set for a minute and I'll cut it, I never don't have ganache in my freezer or fridge because it's the makings for so many desserts. I mean, I think you should eat fruits and vegetables. This is pretty basic, right? To just dip a berry into some ganache. And that can be just enough of a chocolate bite. But who has thought about filling a little hole in the raspberry with chocolate? People think you're a genius. They're like, did you go to culinary school to learn how to do that? Actually, no. And I also, you can use a pastry tip. You know, you can really do it right. I don't always have the time to do things exactly right, but let's keep that in this room, okay? Because I'm all about doing things carefully. So you do a bunch of these, let the chocolate firm up, put this out on a plate, serve it proudly. You've had some fruit, but you get this little, I mean, how much chocolate can be in there, right? Not very much. But again, it tastes chocolatey. It's a chocolate hit, it's a little treat. You take a whole grain baguette, slice pieces. We cut them pretty small, but you can go on the diagonal and get a real crostini. But instead of white beans, we're gonna put chocolate on this. I had a chocolate dessert in Spain once with a piece of bread with a piece of chocolate on it and some olive oil. It sounded weird to me, and flaked sea salt. It was nirvana.